Hello and welcome to For You English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And I am scared.
Me too. It's that time of the month again, Mike.
It's Ghost Month. That's right. It's always a scary time of the year. And I got to admit, every year, it kind of sneaks up on me. I always forget about Ghost Month.
Yeah, and there are so many superstitions surrounding,
That's
Ghost
right.
Month. We got to be really careful.
Yeah.
And also, should we call Ghostbusters?
That's a good idea. They might want to come. If you have a problem in your neighborhood, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Exactly. But we're going to go over a few of the things you might want to not do and some of the ghosts that might bother you if you do those things this month over the next 2 days of our article. There are a few others that I saw weren't there that I sometimes read. Isn't whistling bad?
Oh, yeah, it's really bad.
Or pointing at the moon.
Even those things, even if you do them, not during Ghost Month, those could be actually quite bad as well.
Any time of year, those can be bad. So let's check out our article all about Ghost Month. We're going to be learning about some of the ghosts that you might want to stay away from over the next few weeks.
Reading.
Ghost Files, Taiwan's scariest ghosts. It's Ghost Month and the gates of hell are open. There are some scary ghosts about. Here are just a few. Jiao Si Gui. Strength, 5 out of 10. Speed, 1 out of 10. Fear factor, 6 out of 10. Found, near where they were hanged. Appearance. They look like a corpse that is hanging by the neck. They have long red tongues that move like snakes. Abilities. These are ghosts of people who were hanged. Some were killed after crimes, but others took their own lives. They try to talk the living into joining them in the afterlife. So, cover your ears and don't listen to them. Shui Gui. Strength, 7 out of 10. Speed, 6 out of 10. Fear factor, 8 out of 10. Found, near where they drowned. Appearance. These ghosts have pale skin and long, wet hair. Their eyes are wide and frog-like as they look at you from under the surface. Abilities. These are ghosts of people who drowned. They can only escape by drowning someone else and taking their body. Don't swim during Ghost Month, especially at night. All right, so the article begins by, telling us what's going on right now. It says it's Ghost Month and the gates of hell are open. Well, okay, so that's definitely not a good time of year already. The name of the month, Ghost Month, kind of tells you it's a little bit scary or spooky, we might say as well. Right, Halloween is kind of the spooky time of the year for Western people. It's only one night. Here they have a whole month. And during this period of time, Ghost Month, the gates of hell are open. And hell, of course, is a bad place. It's the hot place down below where evil people go after they die. At least that's what some people think, especially if you're sort of a Christian person. For example, some people believe that the devil rules over hell. That's right, the devil and demons. Demons are like the evil angels. Angels are good, demons are bad. God is in heaven, the devil's in hell.
OK， 好啦，今天我们一整天可能有点毛骨悚然的。为什么？因为我们要开始要讲鬼月 Ghost Month。鬼门开，没错，现在是鬼月。一开始我们文章就说啦，这就是地狱之门，也就是我们所谓的鬼门开哦。那首先先来认识一下 hell 这个字，它是一个名词，就是地狱的意思哦。那刚刚 Mike 有提到很多就是蛮有趣的一个观察，就是说西方他们有 Halloween 万圣节，而且才一天，对不对？但是为什么在我们的中国习俗是一整个月，7月，对不对？所以大家 家要很小心。那当然呢，我们都相信这是大部分的一个想法，就是说如果做坏事情的话，当然就会下地狱。那当然呢，好的人就会上天堂，天堂的英文就是 heaven。但是其实 hell 呢，在口语当中还有可以指这个悲惨的情况，比方像是我妈妈很常念我，因为我真的很不乖，我都会不整理房间，所以我可能会说 My mother made my life hell， 她让我的人生感到非常的痛苦啊。OK， 那如果是 make somebody's life hell， 这指的就是呢给某人惹很多麻烦哦。Okay, let's continue reading, Mike.
All right, so back in the article it says, yes, it's Ghost Month. Yes, the gates of hell are open. Then it continues, there are some scary ghosts about. Here are just a few. So we're going to introduce you to a few of these scary ghosts that are about. When something's about, it's around. It's in the area. You might say, oh, be careful when you go to sleep. There might be some mosquitoes about. So you might want to look out for them or try to catch them before you go to sleep. They're not right there in front of you, but they're in the area. They're around somewhere. And in this case, not mosquitoes. Those are kind of annoying, but ghosts, those can be very scary and dangerous. And scary is an adjective that means frightening. It makes you feel fear. All right, if it's scary, if it's horrifying, if it's terrible, something like that, we're talking about something frightening, something scary, something that you will not like, and you will feel like you're in danger probably in some kind of way. Now, it could be something from stories like ghosts or vampires, or it could be something in real life. Here's an example from our example sentence. I don't really want to go on that big roller coaster. It looks too scary for me.
It is quite scary for me as well. OK， 好，我们回到课文提到，就说到处都有很多恐怖的阿飘啊。那以下就整理了一些给你哦。这里我们提到的 about 是指到处在各处，而 scary 我们来看一下这个字，它是个形容词，就是害人的、恐怖的。我们可以用来形容一个东西，比方像是 a scary movie 恐怖电影啦 or a scary story 就是恐怖的故事。又或者我们来看一下这个例句 She'd had her dream in which scary monsters were chasing her. Wow, 所以在她的恐怖的梦当中 She had this nightmare 就是噩梦，就是恐怖的这个怪兽在追着她，有怪兽。Okay, so let's take a look at one of these ghosts. They're gonna list a few. I'm so scared already.
Yes, they are. They are scary, and you will be scared by 吊死鬼.
吊死鬼.
That's a scary name already. I don't even know what it means, and I'm scared. Now, here we're going to break down these ghosts, kind of like you're looking at characters from a video game or something like that. We're going to give them sort of scores on their powers and how scary they are and that kind of thing. So the first thing we're looking at is the strength of this ghost. The strength is basically its power, its physical power. If you go to the gym and lift a lot of weights, your muscles will get bigger and you'll have strength, okay? You'll have more power. In the same way that a sports car goes faster than a normal car because the engine in the car has more power, more strength. It has more physical power. It can go faster or lift heavier weights or something like that. So basically, if you get in a fight with 吊死鬼, what kind of danger are you in from its strength? It says here the strength is, it's 5 out of 10. It's not that strong.
That's right.
I guess it's kind of strong, but, if it was 10 out of 10, oh my gosh, it would be the strongest ghost you could possibly imagine. Let's look at the strength example sentence we have here. Oh, here's an idea for something small with a lot of strength. Ants have a lot of strength for their size, right? You probably have seen on nature films, ants can carry really big, heavy things, even though they aren't very big. So that shows they have a lot of strength.
Nice, OK. 我们来看一下 strength 这个字哦，就是力气、力量。那我们很有趣的，有点像，就像麦刚刚说，很像就是我们打怪或者是游戏当中，我们就开始会评比他们的这种多强的力度啊之类，或是恐怖度之类的。那第一个要看到是吊死鬼哦，他的 力量或是力气，它感觉还好哦，5%，所以还不是那种最强的、最那个厉害的鬼哦。OK， 那 strength 要怎么用呢？举例来说 ，You must eat to keep your strength up， 就是如果有人生病的时候，你可能说要多吃点东西才会有力气啊。Okay, and what about its speed or fear factor?
Yeah, okay, so the other two things we'll look at after strength is the speed and the fear factor. Speed is basically just how fast does the ghost move. And in this case, Diao Sigui, he's slow, man.
Okay.
1 out of 10.
Oh.
You could just walk away from this ghost. Maybe walk quickly, but if you ran, this ghost would never catch you. It's very slow. It has very low speed score, so it's slow. And fear factor, this is basically how scary the ghost would be. Okay, if you see it, if it's near you, how loudly would you scream is the idea here. And again, like the strength, it's kind of right in the middle, 6 out of 10. It's scary, but not that scary.
Not so bad. OK， 不过这个吊死鬼的速度好像不是很快哦，才1/10。然后我们的应该要害怕它的指数 fear factor， 这里的 factor 是指数的意思哦，也还好啊，6/10 ，not too bad. And where can we find 吊死鬼?
Right, so now we know how dangerous it is by its strength and its speed and its fear factor. Let's find out how to stay away from it. Yeah, where is it found? So if you go to this place, you will find it. If you don't go, maybe you'll be able to stay away from it. So where is it found? Where does it live? Where is it located? It says near where they were hanged. Oh my gosh. So this is a ghost of a person who was hanged. Okay. I see. So it's probably in a forest or an area with trees or somewhere, right?
Hopefully not in a room.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. Probably not in a room or down at the beach.
No. Okay.
No trees to be hanging from.
所以要怎么样避开这个吊死鬼哦？因为我们这里接下来是在哪里可以找到他们 ？Found 是靠近他们吊死的地方。这里的 hang 意思是指吊死。Okay.
Right. So basically, live in a tent in the middle of a soccer field, and you should be fine because there won't be hang there. So its appearance is the next thing. Yes, you want to know what it looks like so that if you see one, you know what you're looking at. And what something looks like is its appearance. That's basically what we're talking about. You know, if you ever see a crime, the police might say, what did the criminal look like? You're talking about its appearance. For example, going by its appearance, I think that is a leopard, not a cheetah. Okay, so these are both big cats. They have kind of yellow fur, black spots, but they're a little different, and you can tell them apart by their appearance, by how they look.
OK, appearance 是什么呢？就是外观、外貌。所以接下来呢，我们就会要探讨它的外观。不过先来看一下 appearance 这个字要怎么用哦。我觉得呢，如果要批评别人的外表，这件事情是一个很坏心的事哦，不是很好。那我就可以这么说啦 ，It's mean to criticize other people's appearance.OK， 那我们来看一下吊死鬼，它看起来像什么呢？就像一个怎么样，脖子被吊起来的死尸。那死尸我们来看一下这个字 corpse。OK， Can you explain this word a bit, Mike?
Yeah, a corpse is basically a body, so that's what it looks like? Yeah, that's what it says after appearance. What does Diao Sigui look like? What is its appearance? They look like a corpse that is hanging by the neck. Oh my gosh, so this is basically after someone kills themselves by hanging, they turn into this ghost. And of course, since they're now dead, that's why they look like a corpse. Not good.
OK， 所以没错 corpse 就是人的尸体啦，它是一个名词哦。那刚刚我们有提到，就是 that is hanging by the neck， 介系词 by 是用来表示抓住身体或是某个东西的部位哦。那不过呢，今天的文法已经出现在刚刚的句型哦。They look like. 当我们用一些连缀动词，像是 taste, smell, feel, look, sound 等等，我们后面呢，其实可以接形容词作为主词补语，又或者我们可以加介系词 like， 再接名词，都有像什么怎么样的意思哦。OK， 举例来讲，我要举个例子，大家会比较清楚哦。如果是接形容词好的话，我可以说 This pumpkin soup tastes delicious. I can eat this every day. 哇，这个南瓜汤尝起来好吃极了哦，我这个每天都可以吃它哦。那再来看一下连缀动词接 like 再接名词的一个句型。She looks like her mother. 意思就是她看起来就像她的妈妈一样，她们很相像哦。
All right, and then it says they have long red tongues that move like snakes. And this only gets a 6 out of 10 for fear factor? It's a corpse with a long red tongue that moves like a snake? I don't know, that sounds pretty scary to me.
没错，他们还有一个外表，就是他们有很长很长的舌头，就像蛇一样那样子，动来动去哦，好可怕哦。That sounds scary to me too.
Yeah, definitely. And so let's look at the abilities here. It says these are ghosts of people who were hanged. Oh my gosh. So someone put rope around them and hanged them. That's terrible. And some were killed after crimes, but others took their own lives. Yeah, some people were hanged when they were criminals and did a terrible crime like murder. But other people would hang themselves when they were trying to kill themselves, when they are committing suicide.
好的，我们来看一下吊死鬼的能力哦。哇，这些鬼是上吊身亡的人，所以有一些是犯罪后被吊死的，但是有一些是自杀的。这里我们来看一下 take one's own life， 指的就是某人自杀哦。
All right, well, back to the article. And then it says, they try to talk the living into joining them in the afterlife. Come with me to hell. It's really warm and fun. I don't know what they're trying to do that for. I guess they're bored and they need company. They're lonely in hell, so they want you to join them. But don't do it. And we have this word, the living. Now, when we talk about the living, we're talking about people who are alive, not the dead, but the living. So if you're listening to this, congratulations, you are among the living. But if you're a ghost, I'm sorry, you are not the living, you are the dead, and please be nice to us. And the afterlife. Well, we talked about hell. We talked about heaven earlier. The afterlife is basically what people think is the place that you go after you die. If you're good, you will spend the afterlife, or that period after you have stopped living, the period when you are dead. If you're good, you might go to heaven. If you're bad, you might go to hell. But either way, or wherever you go, if you are in the afterlife, you are not living anymore. You are in the land or the realm or the world of the dead.OK,
所以他们还会怎么样？说服就是活着的人一起加入死后的生活。So talk somebody into something， 就是说服某人做什么事情。而 the living 就是指活着的人，而 afterlife 当然就是死后的生活这样的意思啦。
Okay, so it says, here's good advice. Cover your ears and don't listen to them. Yes, don't go down to hell with Jiao Sigui. It's not a good place to go at all.
所以呢，怎么样要把你的耳朵捂起来，不要听他们的话啦。
Okay, so let's move on to the second ghost we have here, Shui Gui. Oh, so it's a ghost in the water. Strength, 7 out of 10. Okay, more powerful. Ooh, speed, 6 out of 10. It's quite fast. And fear factor, 8 out of 10. Ooh, it's scarier than the other ghost we just read about. Where is this one found? Near where they drowned. Oh, so they drowned. They died in the water.If you fall in the water and you can't swim and you can't breathe underwater because you're not a fish, you might die from drowning. And so, what's the appearance? Well, they look like people who drowned, I suppose. These ghosts have pale skin and long, wet hair. Ooh, yeah, that could be quite scary looking. The pale skin, this is basically skin that is very light in color, almost white skin. They won't have any of that pink or any of that red or any other color that we associate with healthy living people. No, they will look very white like a sheet. So a very unhealthy, even slightly maybe grayish kind of dead color to their skin. Something pale, we just mean this, it's got a very light kind of color. So if you can have a blue, you can have dark blue, or you can have pale blue. Now the pale blue will look like it has a lot of white mixed in there. So there is blue color, but not very much. It's quite pale. For example, when he realized he had just locked his keys inside his house, Zach's face went pale. And when someone's skin is pale, maybe they're scared, they're worried, they're sick. There's something definitely not wrong. They don't look nice and healthy.That's
right. OK, 接下来我们看到的是水鬼哦。哇，看起来它比较厉害了，因为它的力气是7/10，而速度是6/10，哎，都高过于各个吊死鬼哦。害怕指数，哇，应该要害怕一下哦。8/10，在哪里可以看到它们呢？靠近它们溺水的地方。那它们的外形长什么样子？它们又苍白的皮肤哦，然后就是它们有苍白的皮肤，还有长又湿湿的头发。那提到了 pale 这个形容词，通常我们是指看起来就是不健康的颜色，就是可能你的肤色或是你的气色、脸色都是苍白的。Okay, those actually the 水鬼 sounds a little bit more scary than the 吊死鬼.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if it's looking at you from under the surface of the water. And that's what it does. We learn more about its appearance in the next sentence. It says their eyes are wide and frog-like. Ooh, so they're kind of big and stick out a little bit like the eyes of a frog. They're like the eyes of a frog. They're frog-like eyes. And this is as they look at you from under the surface. To see something under the surface of the water, well, the surface is basically the outer layer or the top layer of something, right? Your skin, the surface of your skin is the part of your skin that you can see and that you can touch. When you go to the beach, you should protect the surface of your skin from getting a sunburn from the sun or something like that. And if we talk about the surface of the water, this is the part of the water that we look at. When you dive or jump into the water, you will break and go through the surface of the water till you are then underwater. A boat will float on the surface of the water. A submarine, that special boat, goes below the surface of the water where shui gui lives. So don't do that either. All right, let's look at our example sentence for this word surface. The lizard's legs move so quickly that it can run on the surface of the water. Yeah, I've seen that on a nature show before.
Wow.
So cool.
Okay.
That's how they stay away from shui gui.
Okay.
They just run away.
Wow, I want to be a lizard now. Okay.
Good idea.
好，我们来看一下到底它们长什么样子哦。它们的眼睛是宽大，然后又长得像青蛙，所以有点像凸凸的，要凸出来嘛。而且当它们从水面望着你的时候，哇，那你这样看着它们一定会吓死哦。尤其是如果你在游泳，不过还是鬼月不要游泳，就是因为这个原因可能会看到水鬼啦。那刚刚有提到 frog-like 形容词字尾有 like， 接在名词的后面就是像什么什么的，所以 frog-like 这个形容词就是像青蛙的，而 surface 这个名词就是表面，所以像是水面、地面等等都可以用到这个字。Okay, so tell me about their abilities.
Yeah, so what can they do? What makes them so dangerous? It says, these are ghosts of people who drowned. They can only escape by drowning someone else and taking their body. Oh my gosh, so this is why you don't want to be swimming during Ghost Month. They will try to make you drown, and that way they can come back to life, and you will now be the shui gui.
No.
And you don't want to be the shui gui.
No, of course not.
No.
OK, 我们来看一下他们的能力哦。这些鬼呢，因为他们是溺水或是溺死的人，所以他们只能靠着溺死其他的人来抓交替。Okay, I'm not going swimming now.
No, that's a good idea. And that's the last bit of advice we get from our article for today. Don't swim during Ghost Month, especially at night. Well, yeah, swimming at night can be scary anyways, because you can't see what's in the water around you. And if there's a shui gui there, you also won't see them. So yeah, just, I guess, stay away from the water during Ghost Month.
OK, 最后当然就是要提醒大家不要在鬼月游泳，特别是晚上哦。OK, let's now go to our For You chat. For You chat.
All right, so our For You chat is a very simple question. Do you believe in ghosts? And give a reason for your answer.
I think I'm going to say yes.
You do?
Because I'd rather stay away from them than to say, oh, I don't believe in them. And then if I happen to see one, I'll probably go, I'll freak out, of course.
But if you say you do believe in them and you see one, will you still go, and freak out? Or you'd be like, hey, there's one. I believe in them.
Well, I don't know. Well, there are a lot of like different ghost stories and
True.
Ghost movies. So
Yes.
there are some good ones. I mean, you know that movie Ghost.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, that
Patrick
old classic
Swayze.
movie.
Yeah, long way back.
But that was a romantic movie.
I know, that was a romantic
That
one.
was a
so
nice ghost of a man who loved a lady.
Yeah, if it's somebody that, we love passed away, that kind of, idea sounds okay. But then if it's like a horror movie ghost,
right.
No thanks.
There you go. So what about you guys? Do you believe in ghosts? Give a reason for your answer. Chat about that and be safe. But also be sure to come back tomorrow for part 2 of our unit looking at the scariest ghosts in Taiwan in Ghost Files.
Vocabulary Review.
Hell. Many religions say that if people are bad, they'll go to hell when they die. Scary. The movie was so scary that Tom couldn't sleep the night he watched it. Strength. Jonas pushed against the old building's heavy doors, but he didn't have the strength to open them. Appearance. Ethan doesn't care much about his appearance, and he always wears the same old clothes. Pale. Mary looked ill because her face was pale when she returned home. Surface. The surface of the river wasn't smooth because it was a windy day.
智慧小补帖
Corpse. The living. Afterlife.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net